The all-star cast of players in the trenches should decide the Super Bowl champion. Sure, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts will make their share of plays. But Sunday's game will come down to which team controls the line of scrimmage. The Philadelphia Eagles, 16-3, reached this point mainly because of a dominant offensive line that allowed Hurts to thrive. He developed into an AP NFL MVP and Offensive Player of the Year finalist playing behind a line that features All-Pro center Jason Kelce and All-Pro right tackle Lane Johnson. Kelce, Johnson, left tackle Jordan Mailata, Pro Bowl left guard Landon Dickerson and right guard Isaac Seumalo have excelled in the playoffs, helping the Eagles rack up 416 yards rushing and 2 lopsided wins. The Eagles outscored the Giants and 49ers by a combined margin of 69-14. A defensive line featuring 4 players with at least 10 sacks roughed up opposing quarterbacks throughout the season. Haason Reddick was a game wrecker against San Francisco, knocking Brock Purdy out of the game. The Kansas City Chiefs, 16-3, know what it's like to face a fearsome pass rush in the Super Bowl. Behind a banged-up offensive line, Mahomes looked ordinary in a 31-9 loss to the Buccaneers in the big game 2 years ago. They're healthy this time around and have a pair of second-team All-Pros, left guard Joe Thuney and center Creed Humphrey. Philadelphia Eagles. Complete coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles and their NFL rivals from NBC Sports Philadelphia. On the opposite side, All-Pro defensive tackle Chris Jones was a nightmare for opponents this season. Jones had 15.5 sacks. If Philly's O-line can't slow him down, it could be a rough day for Hurts. When the Chiefs have the ball, Mahomes, the two-time AP NFL MVP, is a magician, even with an ankle injury that should feel better now than it did 2 weeks ago against Cincinnati. He'll look often for All-Pro tight end Travis Kelce, who had 110 catches in the regular season and 21 in 2 playoff games. Wide receiver Marquez Valdes-Scantling had a big game against the Bengals, catching 6 passes for 116 yards and a TD. JuJu Smith-Schuster and Kadarius Toney are ready to go after being injured in that game. The Chiefs had the league's 20th ranked run offense mostly because Mahomes led the NFL in passing. Rookie 7th-round pick Isiah Pacheco had 830 yards rushing in the regular season and 95 against Jacksonville but only 26 in the AFC title game. Running back Jerick McKinnon is more of a pass-catching threat. He had 56 receptions. Protecting Mahomes will be critical to Kansas City's success. The Eagles are 5 sacks away from breaking the NFL record for a season. Reddick, Brandon Graham, Sweat and Javon Hargrave each had at least 10 sacks. Cornerbacks James Bradberry and Darius Slay are among the top duos in the league, so they'll make it difficult for Mahomes to connect often with his receivers.